I'm learning Unreal Engine, and I have to be honest, I got no idea what's going on. I've said this before, I'm not giving up on the Godot engine. I just want to get a game dev job in the future, and I do want to make games in Unreal. So I'm just trying to learn Unreal, figure out the workflow, and just like I said before, make some games in Unreal, and I could definitely see myself going back to Godot. So yeah, if I had any advice to give when it comes to the whole game engine versus game engine, I would just really say test a lot of engines. If I think about my experience back in college, they just had us learning different programming languages every semester, every year. I used to get very annoyed at that, but looking back at it, they did that so you get used to switching languages, so you get used to learning new languages, adapting. You might not always work in Godot. Something 10 years from now might come out and be the next greatest thing. You have to be okay with adapting and learning a new tool. So I'd really say just test out other engines. You never know what engine you might like. Right now, I'm really enjoying Unreal, but I could definitely see myself going back to Godot. The overall goal didn't really change. I know I moved engines. We talked about it in one of my previous videos, but overall, I just need to make a game. I need to finish this Unreal Engine course, the paid course that I paid for, and just kind of make a game. So that's really all I'm focusing on. I am kind of, keeping my eyes out on game dev jobs and things of that nature, but I just feel like at the end of the day, I need some experience. I need some games under my belt. And let's say in the future, I don't get that opportunity to work at a game studio. I still want to try to take the risk and do it myself, make my own game studio, which obviously means I need to make games. So that overall goal doesn't change. I can't just make a studio without having games. So that's really what I'm trying to focus on. So I'm gonna be honest, I'm learning this the hard way. Just making video games is way harder than it looks. That should be obvious, but that's just what I'm really learning right now. You start with a cool idea, then you just spend like 3 hours in the editor just messing around, doing nonsense, BSing, trying to troubleshoot a bug that's been messing around with you for literal hours. Making games is not easy, and I've always known this. I've always known that like what these developers, what these studios, what these publishers, what they do is not easy. It's a reason why the industry is just exploding right now. I'm talking billions upon billions of dollars. I feel like not giving you guys a roadmap is really messed up, and this should keep me accountable. And I do gotta be honest, there are gonna be times where I'm just not posting a lot, and there's a lot of reasons for that. Obviously, I'm trying to make this game and figure out this whole process of game development, and it has been a lot. I started a new job finally. I've had a tech job. I've been waiting to update you guys for a while and post that video, which will come out in the future, but it's just been a lot trying to balance the new tech job with also trying to make a game. So here we go. The current roadmap is the following: finish Unreal Engine courses. Like I said in the beginning of the video, I have some courses that I bought. I kind of did go a little bit crazy, but we're gonna just try to finish the courses and try to make sure that I actually retain the information this time. It always seems like when I learn a new engine, as far as game development engine, like I just forget everything. I've been doing some research, figured some stuff out, realized that maybe my learning style isn't just videos, and it's a little bit of a mixture. Videos, I like books, things of that nature. So I'm trying to incorporate things that I used to do back in college, like I keep bringing up. The game design document. In my opinion, a solid game design document saves time. It also fights scope creep, and it just makes collaborating just way easier if that is something you're doing. Obviously, if you're a solo developer, you don't have to overcomplicate this section. You don't have to go out and get a whole new software, think that you have to have this crazy Trello board, etc. Whatever works for you works when it comes to a game design doc. It could be a piece of paper, it could be notepad, it could be the comment section of your code. Whatever works. It's just if you are starting to collaborate with a lot of people, this turns into a team and like an actual studio, that's where you guys could benefit from kind of changing it up and actually having something like a collaboration tool that hosts the game design doc. Coming up next, we have the prototype, and I believe the saying goes every great game starts with the prototype. I'm showing Assassin's Creed. They pretty much used a cubic prototype system, and like I've tried to explain in different videos, every studio and every developer is different. Some studios have different approaches, different workflows and things of that nature, so everyone kind of does prototype, but that prototyping looks different for each studio, which should be obvious, but it's very interesting to see that some studios might prototype with cubes and things of that nature in this cubic system, while others might actually just create their game as a board game first, then move into development and actually start developing and programming and getting the game design together. Class is in session, gamers, and the the first lesson, get comfortable reading documentation. Now trust me, I know reading the documentation is boring, but I hate to tell you gamers, that's where the real gems are. That's how you make real breakthroughs. What I want you all to understand, don't just read the docs. I want you to build while you read. That's where you make real progress. You can see me go back and forth. I'm reading the docs and I have Unreal open and I'm testing things. I'm breaking stuff and I'm trying to rebuild it. That's how you learn in Unreal. That's how you learn any game engine. It doesn't matter if you have Godot, Unreal, Unity, Game Maker's Toolkit open. It doesn't matter. If you're reading the docs and as long as you have your engine open and you're going through things, you're trying to break stuff, you're experimenting, that's really how you learn and that's how you find those breakthroughs I was just talking about.